Today I'm playing this game called the Escapists 2, where essentially you're put in these like absolutely wild prisons and you have to escape them. Usually it takes like a good dose of planning, but this is one of the prisons where essentially you don't really need to plan because you're given a limited amount of time to escape, and it's mostly stealth gameplay. So yeah, uh, you need to read these tips because they tell you how to escape, and I've escaped, but never using this method, which I already read it though. It basically says you need to make this fake item. Oh, I'm being attacked right now. I'm gonna hit him when he comes out. Oh, I'm gonna finish beating this guy up because I can like take his disguise. Take this. Goodbye. And go to bed. This is an insane strategy. Did you all, when you were young, have those like insane, irrational fears for no reason? Hold on, let me put this on. For like no real reason, which you were just kind of afraid of. And there's no conceivable reason, just the mind of a child. I need this. There's the horse I gotta lure with the fake carrot. See, escape. I need the pretend carrot. My brother, at one point, was afraid of lava coming from the house's attic. Oh, I needed that pin. At one point, my brother was afraid of lava coming from the house's attic to go and kill him somehow, and I think that's one of the funniest, like, weird fears that I've seen people have when they were children. And I really don't know what would lead him to believe that, because it's not really what I think of when I think of, like, scary, active threats, but I guess he did. I was afraid of this one painting in the house, which it was a painting of my dad when he was a child, which is a weird thing to hang up, especially since like we only have 2 family photos hung up in the entire house, and one of them is that painting. Ooh, this is all I need, I think. So it's weird that would be chosen, right? Because sneak around this guy, because that's just the most random thing. Anyway, it's hung up, and it's like the weirdest photo, and something about it made me think I was being watched. And one time, my dad, as a joke, I'm just gonna sneak past this guy. My dad, as a joke, said that there's secret cameras hidden in the house. So I thought, and it is obviously a joke looking back, but I thought that he was like being completely serious. And like that's a weird thing to think. You know. Anyway, I'm just gonna escape. I'm just a master with horses. I wonder how fast a horse would have to go in order to keep up with the train. Anyway, I was just afraid of that random painting. I don't really know this map. I like know all the other maps. Because I've played this game like once and I escaped all the prisons once. So I already kind of knew that one. I don't know this one. One time my sister, I think that's something I need. One time my sister put a bunch of dolls, like Barbies, like she split them in half and she'd put them in my brother's bed, my oldest brother's bed. So he just woke up with a bunch of like dolls, headless dolls in his bed. And actually I haven't heard it brought up in a while, but I'm willing to bet that probably permanently scarred him for life. Like I don't think you recover from that. That's like some childhood trauma. I bet it still affects him to this day. Why's that desk empty? What is this? One thing that happened with me, I don't need any of this. One thing that happened with me is that when I was young, like FNAF and like all that were coming out, and I am horrified of horror games. I say that. I still like to play them, but they scare me a lot. They did come out, and what my siblings did is they basically drug me over to the computer, and I was like yelling, and they forced me to play Five Nights at Freddy's. It was like the first experience with true horror in my life. And that made me like have nightmares about like FNAF characters. Like I had this nightmare one time where it's like all these I'm like in a maze, and this is when I was like 7, or probably a bit older. I was in this like maze where essentially I was running around, and like a bunch of like animatronics were running around, and it was only so long until they bumped into me and probably killed me or something. And that was very scary, which you can probably guess that already, but still, and that was my like childhood weird fear. Goodbye. Need to craft a makeshift breathing apparatus. Goodbye. Uh, that's probably about it for this video, because I don't really have much else to say about this subject. Leave feedback. Leave suggestions. I'm willing for anything, even the most stupid suggestions. And yeah, good night.